Tuesday for you. I'm hoping right now you're out there celebrating some successes. I'm hoping that a lot of you got a lot of machines placed. I'm hoping that your machines are working out the way that you want them to. I'm hoping that you are making the money that you're shooting for. It's been kind of a long week for me. I've got a lot working on right now. A couple of machines I'm looking to place, but I got to get them ready. I'm currently decorating a couple of the bases and some of the bodies of them. I got a company I'm working with called Ralph's Sign Shop. They do vinyl wraps, and I'm gonna see if I can't make this particular machine custom made to the customer and their clients. That way that it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. It's okay to dress them up when you can, and I highly recommend it. If it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg, just be mindful of that. Some of them get kind of outrageous as far as their vinyl wraps go, but for the most part, you could probably get a good deal. There's nothing really to it. You just find a design that you like and take some time with an X-Acto knife or a pair of scissors and just start wrapping. I wanted to take a second to kind of talk about some things. The first is not too long ago, someone asked me what got me into the business. And everybody's motivation is different. The frequency that I'm picking up right now from a lot of people is, I need to make money. I need to make a lot of money. And I'm trying to tell you right now that in gumball and candy machines, you'll do okay. You'll do okay, but you will not get rich from it unless you have a ton of machines out there, and I mean 100 plus. You gotta be really willing to put a lot of effort to get that business going strong. You got to hit a lot of locations, and you got to stay on top of them. You have to stay on top of them, and that's if you want to make a lot of money, that's what you have to do. A lot of us, most of that I know that run into from time to time is a little less than that. Some do half that amount, and still they hustle, but it's more passive. And then you got some that fall into the lines where that I would say it's kind of a hobby. You know, between 10, 15 machines is a hobby, really. You're not really trying to get rich from it, but at the same time, it's not going to hurt you because that's just money sitting out there that you collect later. You can do really well. You can do really well with that. So, just something to think about. But the answer to the question that I was asked was what got me into the business. I had to answer like a flashback memory. I can remember when I was a small boy, many years ago. My parents, when we went out for, I guess, supplies, we would load up the car, and me and my brothers would all go, 4 of us total, and we'd hit up the local department store. Now, this was all in the early 80s, like late 70s, early 80s. And during that time, those department stores like Rose's and J.C. Penney's and other places, food places, well, they had in the front of their store windows these giant racks, and these giant racks had these gumball machines, and they had these toy machines, and I swear it was like the greatest thing you could ever see when you walked in as a kid, because in your eyes, the possibilities were unlimited, just unlimited. And we just went nuts every time we saw this stuff. And of course, there was toys inside the store, but it was stuff that we couldn't afford. We couldn't afford any of it. And but in an effort to keep us calm and good, what my parents would do is they would tell us that, you're good, we'll give you a handful of change and you can hit those machines at the front of the store. I was good with that. You'd be surprised how much power is in one of these when you really want some toys at the front of a store. And so we did. We go out there and we would do the best we can to mind ourselves. And when it came time, we went up there and paid and checked out. And then, all right, y'all did good. And Dad would reach into his pocket and he'd pull out some change and he'd divide it out to us. And we'd hit those machines like it was nothing else. Like we were in Willy Wonka's Great Adventures. It was just the greatest thing ever to see these toys come out of these machines. And each one, it was like a realm of possibility. I mean, even though there was like small, like childish trinkets, to us it was a whole different world. Mystery supplies, we didn't know what we were going to get, and candy and gumballs. I mean, it was just, as a kid, when you don't have that stuff, it's all great. But when you've got nothing but that stuff, it's easy to forget just how great it was. And so I try to kind of give some of that back. I'm hoping that somewhere out there is someone like me who was young, standing in front of one of my machines and kind of having the same feeling. Now, granted, I don't do toys. I never really could get into that. That was really not my thing. I just preferred candy and gumballs. But I still hope that inner child reaches out and grabs a quarter and throws it into a machine and gets that feeling that you can't replicate by doing anything else. And I miss it. I miss having that connection to it. But it reminds me of being young. And so every time I go out there and I refill my machines and check them out and grab change out of it, I get a different high. I get a different rush, because now I'm on the side where I actually collect from it, and it's a powerful feeling. It's a really good feeling. So I'm hoping that a lot of you get to experience that feeling. I'm hoping that you really get to enjoy that, really.